Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered. I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra.
It's week 17 of the NFL.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Arrowhead. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. At a glance, it's 5. He always... Jones looking to throw right away. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 17 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Kayvon Thibodeaux has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as a quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. The hat trick plus 1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity that went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 21 yards, well done on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing, Jones. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down at the 27. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the counter, Etienne. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Returning here is Wright. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head east to check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry out of the pistol. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And quickly they get to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. In motion right is Austin. A first down carry for Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. A give running right, Etienne. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Jones throw into the hands of Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away. taken at about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Henry up the middle. Runs over him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Darrell Taylor in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to swell the lead to 6.
York able to send this one through,
and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how
precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's Jones. Quick slant here to Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Jones.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard. Less than 90 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. They begin with Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.